Hello my friends, and big thanks to all subscribers and moderators, and also a big welcome to all the new members. So some really great news ahead, and I think it's going to be exciting that you can learn how to win a free reading. So let's start with some kind of like general info. So this is a general reading. So that means I don't want the freak out, hey, it's not catered to special me, it's just me, and not every detail of my life is being covered. Well, I'm sorry, sweetie, but this is a general reading. So how I do it, I kind of like focus on everybody of that sign, and also on their ascendant, also on their moon, and also on all the people who might be actually cross-watching. So plenty of people there, so two people of the same sign are never the same. Nothing really beats private readings, so just keep that in mind. Now, what I do suggest is, like, definitely, as I mentioned, to check your sun sign, check your ascendant, check your moon sign. And if you're cross-watching for somebody else, then also check the same, like sun sign, ascendant, and moon, and also their Mars. That's going to tell you their really attitude toward relationships and how basically this is like resonating at this particular time. Now, I really want to also say something else before I go to that great part that you're like waiting for, that this reading, like if you get a private reading, this is like on a double special. First of all, it's only $50, and second of all, you are still taking advantage of the speed up promotion. So it is about 7 days. I'm not going to guarantee exactly the same 7 days because sometimes I have the monthly readings, but within the 7 to 9 days you get the reading back. If it's a regular reading, you can upgrade it to Russian Urgent, but this is really up to you. So are you excited? Let's get to the fun part. And one on social media. So off you go. So guys, it's very simple. If you're being called to be a winner, you just basically from that nick you send, put your email, and that way we know it is you, and that's all you need to do. In the comments you give your email, and then you're contacted at that email, and that's all that takes. So there you go. So I hope to see you on Saturday on live reading, and not only one Saturday but many Saturdays, and many of you are present. So all you have to do is like, hey, I'm here, hi Kat, I'm in Toronto, I am in Arkansas, I am in Michigan. So all you need to do is just like announce yourself, and you have to be present when this is drawn. So this is kind of like a good start, especially for those of you who never had private reading. It's very therapeutic. I'm not fortune teller, I'm actually kind of guiding you through the process, and that's kind of like easy for everybody, so nothing to be scared of. What I'm going to do the next is I'm going to explain to you how I came up with this Is Your Ex Coming Back spread. This is only for the people who are actually wanting their exes to come back. So I don't want to hear, oh, I want an ex back. Just go to the different reading. It's all cool. If you have seen this, if you are a steady kind of like person here, just jump to the reading, see the timestamps below. It took me forever to find a combination of 7 cards that can actually work out and give me the information. These cards are taken from a different deck. They're called significators, and they're going to be identical to every single reading. They're kind of like telling me the category about what they need to know about this particular relationship between you and the person you're asking about. It is only for the people who are, as I said, looking for somebody and want to know more. The magician is going to tell me the quality of this relationship, if this is really a starter, if you cannot go in a different direction, and if this is going to happen. The temperance reversed is going to tell me what is off, what needs to be glued, what needs to be repaired. Is the situation right? Is the person right? What is wrong? And we are going to realize that. Then we have 2 significators. They are interchangeable, either or. You can kind of like pick one, you will see which one resonates more, and also the energy and the communication in between. The Judgment card is our karma card. It's going to tell me, hey, is this supposed to go on? What is supposed to happen here in between everybody? And what do we really need to expect? That's fine designating. And finally, we can make an educated guess to see where is this heading? Where is this going? But again, guys, I did tell you, private reading is private reading. It's only your energy that is involved. So let's start. welcome to your September. Is your ex coming back? So let's see what's going on here for you. So let's start. 5 of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, 4 of Swords. You're very much in your head. You're kind of like going in between, leave me alone, I need some rest, and kind of like anger at somebody who kind of like let you down, and kind of like struggle that you had to go as a result of it. It could have been that it has been either rejection or some other person. Yeah, it looks like some other person was involved, and almost like brazenly. This could have been even a wife. So without telling you really, because it looks like you were getting to the point of getting into grrr stage, kind of like finding out what the heck is going on. This could be ex-wife, or it could be separation, or it could be that the person is just creating the reality to fit them in order to get something from you. And looks to me something like that happened here, because people will tell you they're separated, so do not date separated people, because they are like confused. They need to kind of like figure out things for themselves, but they will tell you, no, it's over, I'm so done, I'm so over with. But then kind of like they still have to go through the motions, because the Devil card is the card that talks about somebody taking advantage of the situation. But it also could be that you have been dealing with a codependent. So even if you're not codependent, when you're dealing with a codependent, they're almost like they're programmed. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just kind of has one function, and the function is, I need something. And codependents tend to give a lot and expect a lot, and maybe it's not possible. And generally, it doesn't mean just because of that they're more reliable. In fact, could be the opposite. And it could be that you're dealing with a person who has been going through some stuff on their own, such as I said, as a divorce or a breakup, or it even could be alcohol or drugs. They're going through some kind of recovery of their own, trying to open their own options. And as a result of that, they're like the bull in a china shop, kind of like doing things. So here, look at that. They don't want to be alone. It looks like they're like also hurting. And right now it's like almost like sinking ship for them. So they are going to take anything they can. But looks like you guys are really thinking this through, because I guess it's an appeal to your kindness, but you are kind of like, you have seen that certain tear is showing up, and that tear was not healthy. You're really spending lots of time in your head over here for sure, because this relationship couldn't ground. And without grounding a relationship, it cannot go to the next stage. So let's see where this is going to look. You have the Magician reversed in the Magician category. Yeah, look at that. That could be a divorce that guys you're going through, or you maybe expected something, or maybe something was going toward marriage, and all of a sudden it was a shocker. You kind of like felt manipulated. You felt let down, and you're kind of like trying to pull yourself back and rebuild yourself. This is kind of like a very positive sign. And after this 5 of Pentacles, we are heading into the 6 of Pentacles. Now this is a really interesting card. This is really talking about doing the right thing, right? If you're in a position to give, give. So that enormous thing, either it was like you have been dealing with somebody who was giving too much, and hence you felt indebted, or it's kind of like, why you're doing this, you're making me feel uncomfortable, or somebody was just taking so much, or has been, you know, taking can be done through many things. Somebody's continuous victim, something continuously happens to them, and that's because they are not dusting off, they are not rolling up their sleeves and moving forward. And now this is talking about, let's get this in a balance. Let's kind of like figure out who is who in the situation, because I keep seeing this 3-party repetition over here. You know, it's kind of like when you're dealing with a person, especially you're the brainy sign, who keeps saying something, so you're going toward a direction, and then you get there, oh no, I meant this. Okay, so you're shifting to a different direction. Oh, I meant this. So when kind of like you're continuously being shifted around, you're going like, no, 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 you know what, I'm not going to keep doing this. You figure out what you want, and if, and that's a big if I'm still there, go and find me. Yeah, it looks like there is like pause, and they really need to think through how they are affecting other people around them. This is this card of surrender. They really need to surrender to that experience. This is the person who has damaged ego. And people with damaged ego either want to, they have very thin skin on one hand, and they try to put other people down because they see no other way of basically looking important. They don't understand that that's kind of the inside job. Or the surrender could be a part of maturity, right? When we realize, wait a minute, yeah, I'm not a child anymore. It's not about me, right? Now I have to, in order to kind of take to the next level, to be in a relationship, I really want to figure it out how I affect other people. So there is like this sense of sometimes sacrificing is taking you to the next level, such as, you know, going in a relationship, understanding that this kind of like needs work, but also understanding that other people have their own needs. Looks like here you go, like you're like really putting your foot down. That's a huge grounding experience after feeling that there was like some kind of like trickster kind of like thing over here. So it simply kind of like wasn't totally fun to be go through. I kind of like clearly see that. So somebody is leaving somebody, or on the other hand, like I'm seeing these two cards as it could be reminiscing, and there is a remorse about the situation. Maybe this is a positive, because it is very hard to kick this devil thing. It's kind of hard because that's why it's presented here with the chains. It has a grip on you. You almost like feel like you almost like kind of every day you put that invisible skin and you're acting as that person. And sometimes you catch yourself asking yourself, why do I feel like that? Why do I do that? Right? And in basically kind of like a moment of weakness, the person would say, I really don't know why I'm doing this. Like maybe their true personality comes through, but then again they put that invisible codependent suit and they keep going through that. So that's why they really need to see how they are affecting other people. It looks like you're really affected with some kind of like big turbulence, and this really has to come to an end. And I think it's really coming to an end. And even if this doesn't work out, like this still has to kind of like be figured out, because that's sort of like in the best interest of everybody. And it looks like you guys did your share of what you need to do. You're kind of like going through, okay, I have to figure out myself. I need to rebuild myself from that situation. So what else do we have? We have 3 of Wands. Did I have another 3? Yeah, I had this 3. Yeah, so I see 3 threes. So this is really talking about really kind of like pulling, especially if you're a woman, you're pulling your energy into who am I? What makes me feel like a woman? What do I need to feel comfort? What do I need to feel? And like, because it's kind of like boiling down to this Empress card, and Empress is ruled by Venus and you are ruled by Venus, so there is like that connection, right? So it's kind of like, do I want to go this distance, and what is in my distance? Where am I going? So you're shifting back, you're putting yourself back on your feet, and I totally see that something that has been turbulence is like now being built up. Your energy is kind of like growing higher. There is like a breakup. There is like no way that you actually also want to go back. You're kind of like seeing that actually really clearly toward the end of this period. Yeah, look, you don't want to build anything with this person anymore. I think this has been very destabilizing for you, and you didn't feel that the commitment would be either useful or beneficial, either or, that certain things are just like either moving too slow or they're not moving, or it could be that other people are affected, such as like their children over here, and that could be that's the ex is pulling the kind of like strings behind this. And You know, like when you're dating somebody, it sounds great. You go on a first few dates, you have this amazing time, and then reality kicks in. Well, they have, you know, ex-wife, or they have people, they have family that is like obnoxious. So now it's, you have to figure it out if you can take this whole package deal over here in the situation. Look at that, you're really going in the stabilizing thing, and whoa, all the way to the point that you don't even want to see them as a friend. It looks like there is this karma thing. It looks to me, guys, that you had enough of ups and downs. It was just enough. It looks like this person is not stable enough, and you're not even seeing enough material to build that bond in terms of friendship, to kind of like see that that kind of like can proceed in that direction until maybe some future time. This kind of like seems to be, to me, goodbye. Look at these 222. This really to me spells Libra. I don't know what I'm doing, but in this case, you know very well that on many levels, on emotional, on kind of like seeing this vision together, you're not seeing the same world. You're seeing one thing, this person is seeing another thing. This person is also under big question mark about their motives, about what they're doing. They're kind of like all over the place. And then this is this karma card. It's saying certain things are just not here, and this person is actually going to keep dragging you down. But at the same time, it is also telling me that this is a karmic relationship, and so it also would be really good for you that you guys kind of like look into that, that you guys check your karma reading as well. So let me just do this and check one more card for you as an advice for Libra. Libra advice. Playfulness. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And of course, all these descriptions are just bad. But I think playfulness is the key. Maybe that's something that has been lost in the process, or maybe even the playfulness got you to where you are without really seeing what's down the road and the consequences, and now everything is like coming back to kind of like realization. Okay, you know what, I need to ground myself, I need to be who I am, that nice and flirty and cheerful, and you are kind of like pulling your own strength back to do that. So my dear Leo, I don't know why the Leo came through it here. I guess somebody is connecting with some Leo. My dear Libra, hopefully you're getting some information. If this is not you, it's always good to get a private reading, and then your energy is just yours. So thanks so much. You can check me out on my website, cattarot.ca. And in the meantime, I'm looking forward to seeing you on my live readings every Saturday. So just click this button, you'll be invited, like if you subscribe, and if you share, then I would really like to see more people participating, and your comments are more than welcome. Until the next time, I love you. All the best.